William Morrow and Harper Audio present After Steve, How Apple Became a Trillion-Dollar Company and Lost Its Soul, by Tripp Mickle. Read by Will Damron. For my wife, Amanda, and my parents, Marilyn and Russ. A note before we begin. For a complete list of sources, bibliography, and cast of characters containing complete titles and terms, be sure to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider, or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/pages/AfterSteve. An institution is the lengthened shadow of one man. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. George Bernard Shaw. Author's Note. This is a work of nonfiction, based primarily on first-hand reporting and over the course of 5 years, including 4 years covering Apple for the Wall Street Journal. More than 200 current and former Apple employees spoke with me, providing perspective from every level of the company. I also interviewed their family members, friends, suppliers, competitors, and government officials. Many of them spoke with me for several hours on separate occasions over a span of many months. Most agreed to help on the condition that I not identify them as sources, noting that Apple has a history of making legal threats against people who speak about its business. I also drew on decades of news articles, books, court filings, and other published material. Those sources are detailed at the end of the book. The dialogue that appears in the book is taken from video or audio recordings, or is reconstructed based on the recollections of people familiar with the events described. When faced with conflicting accounts of situations, I used the most plausible descriptions and provided endnotes detailing other recollections, if warranted. Cast of Characters. Tim Cook, Chief Executive Officer, 2011 to present, Senior Vice President for Worldwide Operations, COO, 1998 to 2011. Jony Ive, Chief Design Officer, 2015 to 2019, Senior Vice President of Design, Member of Design Team, 1992 to 2015. Executives: Angela Ahrens, Katie Cotton, Eddie Q, Steve Dowling, Tony Fadell, Scott Forstall, Greg Joswick, Luca Maestri, Bob Mansfield, Deirdre O'Brien, Peter Oppenheimer, Dan Riccio, John Rubenstein, Phil Schiller, Bruce Sewell, Jeff Williams. Industrial Design: Bart Andre, Robert Bruner, Danny Koster, Daniele Deulis, Julian Honig, Richard Howarth, Duncan Kerr, Mark Newson, Tim Parsi, Doug Satzger, Christopher Stringer, Eugene Wang, Rico Zorkendorfer. Software Team: Emron Chowdhury, Greg Christie, Alan Dye, Henri Lamoureux, Richard Williamson. Marketers: Hiroki Asai, Paul Deneve, Duncan Milner, James Vincent. Music.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?